What's up guys, we got some more Pokemon Sun and Moon news. This might be the last set of news we actually get before the game comes out in November 18th, but in this trailer we finally got the starters' final evolutions. So the first one we get is Rowlet's final evolution, which is Decidueye. Now if you have looked at the Chinese leaks, these final evolutions look exactly like the Chinese leaks, so it's not really much of a surprise of what we're getting. But what is a surprise is the typings. So everyone thought that Rowlet's final evolution would be Grass and Flying, which would be a terrible typing. But all these starters have great typing. So Decidueye has Grass and Ghost. Ghost is such a good offensive typing. Yeah, it does still have weaknesses like Fire, Ghost, Fire, and like Dark. But with Ghost, you gain 2 immunities in normal and fighting. 2 immunities. So all of these starters have really good type matchups, and like I can see all of these starter Pokemon being very good competitive Pokemon as well. And Decidueye has his own signature move called Spirit Shackle, and this move basically attacks the opponent and prevents the opponent from switching out. Now this is a pretty good move. It would be better if it was an ability, if Decidueye had this ability already, like I think Shadow Tag prevents Pokemon from switching out, but I guess like as a secondary effect for a move, it's fine as well, you know. So if you have like a Pokemon that has a type effectiveness against Decidueye, then you can prevent it from switching out and then switch in another Pokemon to take that on. Now the next starter is Litten's final evolution, Incineroar. Now this looks also exactly like the Chinese leaks, but everyone thought this guy was going to be fire and fighting, since this guy looks like a friggin' wrestler, you know. You think, oh, a wrestler, it'll be like a fighting type, but no, they throw us with the Fire Dark. So it's either going to be a Fire Fighting and Fire Dark. That's what people were speculating, and we got the better one, Fire Dark. Now Dark is also a really good offensive typing as well, so Incineroar would be weak to like was it Fighting, Ground, Rock, and Fire, but it also gains an immunity to Psychic as well, and it also gains resistance to Dark and Ghost as well. So really cool Pokemon. In fact, the typing Fire Dark actually completely counters Rowlet's final evolution, Decidueye, Grass and Ghost. So you'll see that all of the starters' typings are complete counters to the other starters. So you know, like Fire beats Grass and Dark beats Ghost. So we'll see in the final Pokemon how it beats Incineroar. Now Incineroar also has a signature move, Darkest Lariat. Now this looks freaking cool, man. The animation looks really awesome. It ignores opponent's stat changes. So say you have like a Scizor that's like bulked up, or a Scizor wouldn't bulk up, but like a Talonflame that uses bulk up, or like a Gardevoir that uses Calm Mind, you know, it raises defense. This ignores the stat change, so it'll just tear through like any type of wall that your opponent might have. Now the final starter we have is Popplio's final evolution, Primarina. Now this one, it was either going to be Water Fighting or Water Fairy, and judging by like the second evolution, the middle evolution, I was thinking it was going to be Water Fairy. So it is Water and Fairy, and I love this design. It looks so freaking cool. It looks so like elegant and graceful. I know it's like the unpopular opinion to like, you know, choose Popplio, but I'm definitely choosing Popplio because I really like the final evolution, Primarina. Now Primarina also has a signature move called Sparkling Aria, and this heals the burns of any target it strikes. And I just want to say, I don't know how to feel about this signature move. It'll probably be good in doubles where you can heal a burn, but like in singles it wouldn't really have any grounds to use it. And also with Primarina's Water Psychic ability, that is also a great typing as well, because Fairy is such a good typing. It's immune to Dragon. I think Primarina is only weak to Poison, Grass, and Electric, and it has resistance to Fighting, Bug, Fire, Water, Ice, and Dark. So Fairy gives it a number of resistances, and also Water and Fairy counters Incineroar's Fire and Dark, which that counters Grass and Ghost. So all of this stuff, you know, it's basically rock, paper, scissors. Each Pokemon's typing beats the other type. Now we actually get to see the guardians of each island in Alola. So the first one we get is Tapley, which is Psychic Fairy and the ability Psychic Surge. So Tapu Koko has Electric Fairy with Electric Surge. Now all of these guardians have a fairy type, and they each have like their own type of surge ability. So with Psychic Surge, it creates like a psychic terrain around the battlefield, but they also have a secondary effect. So with Psychic Surge, field is turned into a Psychic Terrain where Tapu Lele appears in battle, boosting any power of any Psychic type moves by Pokemon on the ground and prevents them from getting hit by priority moves. Now this is huge. I think this is like the third time that we have a Pokemon that can avoid being hit by priority moves. So we see here Alolan Raticate uses Sucker Punch, but the Psychic Terrain protects itself from being hit. So things like Priority Brave Bird, Priority Sucker Punch, Bullet Punch, Extreme Speed, that won't matter to this Pokemon at all, Tapu Lele. Now that's really awesome. I hope we can catch all of these Guardian Pokemon. I hope, because they kind of look like, they kind of have like a semi-legendary status in this game. You know, I don't think they're legendaries, but like they look like pretty rare Pokemon, that they're guardians of their own island. Now the second Guardian we see here is Tapu Bulu, which is Grass and Fairy with the ability Grassy Surge. Now as you expect, that basically puts a grassy terrain around the battlefield, but its secondary ability is that it restores a bit of HP for Tapu Bulu every turn, and also halves the moves like Earthquake, Magnitude, and Bulldoze. Now all of these Guardian Pokemon, they have these terrains, so it will be very effective in doubles use. So things like if you have Tapu Koko on the field as well, and the person wants to use Earthquake, Grass Fairy, Tapu Bulu already resists it, but then Tapu Koko also has the damage tab as well for Earthquake as well. So a lot of these Tapu Guardian Pokemon are going to be used in doubles. And the final Guardian we have is Tapu Fini, which is Water Fairy. Again, just like Primarina, we have a Water Fairy type with Misty Surge. Now Misty Surge obviously puts up a Misty Terrain, but its second ability is that it halves the damage of any Dragon type moves. So obviously Water Fairy not gonna be effective on Dragon types are not gonna affect this Water Fairy Pokemon. But again, this is for doubles, so if you have another Dragon type on the field, then or another Pokemon that is super effective on Dragon, then if it attacks it, then it only gets half damage. So again, very useful for doubles. Now every Tapu Pokemon has its own like Z move. Sorry, it shares its own Z move, which is the Guardian of Alola. Now let me just say, this thing, like what is this? This is like a giant Titan, and then the Tapu Pokemon like rests on top of it as its head, and then it just smashes down on the Pokemon. I mean, look at this. I mean, it eviscerates this Probopass. This Probopass had no idea what was coming to it. Like, it just got annihilated out of the face of the earth. So a really cool Z move. And we'll see how much damage it does. Like, I don't know about Z moves. Like, we have to see how much base power each Z move does. I hope that like the base power of the Z moves aren't like hidden from the game, you know? So we can see like which Z moves are good and which aren't. Because I don't think every single one of them will be 1-hit KOs. I think they're just extremely strong moves. Now we do see more new Pokemon here. So we have Cosmo, which is a Psychic type with the ability Unaware. Unaware, once again, a good ability. So it's basically like the Darkest Lariat for Incineroar. When Cosmog attacks a Pokemon, it ignores like all stat changes. So again, Bulk Up or Calm Mind, any defensive boost, it won't take into account the defensive boosting. And next we have Alolan Persian. Now, this wasn't a surprise to me. I didn't actually look at the Alolan Pokedex. But Persian, I did see this guy on Twitter, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is like, I mean, like, Persian, like, its normal design is pretty boring, but like, this is such an awkwardly shaped Alolan type Pokemon. Like, I don't know what the people were thinking when they created Alolan Persian, but like, hey, let's just make him look more like a cartoon. Anyways, it's a dark type. With the ability Fur Coat and Technician. Both of them are pretty good abilities. Fur Coat, I think, doubles the Pokemon's defense, and then Technician, it raises the attack for moves that are below base 60 power. Now, along with defeating the trials, defeating the trial captains, we're also supposed to create a Pokemon League as well. So with this new Alolan League, we're Alolan champions that take on the Battle Tree. And we can see here that we can face off against like Cynthia, and if we defeat them, then we can have them on our team to face other Battle Tree trainers. And then we also see we can team up with Wally as well. So that'll be really interesting. Hopefully we can like face every single champion from every single generation. And last but not least, we get to fight Red and Blue. Now look at these guys. Look at their designs. I mean, like, they did like change up their clothing, you know, just to match the Alolan like hot climate, but these guys look a lot older. I mean, red and blue are supposed to be 10 years old, but if you look at their character designs, like red and blue look like they're 15 or 16, like they age like quite a bit. So I wonder if they're just supposed to look older, or is our trainer older as well? I think our trainer is only 11, but I can't see these guys being 11. They look like in their mid-teens, you know? They don't look like they're 10 or 11 years old at all. Yeah, and then we see blue with his Alakazam, and also red has his Pikachu as well. This is really cool because I've never played Gen 2. So like Gold and Silver or Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So I only fought blue and Fire Red and Leaf Green, but I've never faced red before, you know, in that like mountain area where you rematch red and his full team. So I'm really excited because this game will be like the first game I ever faced red in. Hopefully he's as difficult as he was in Gen 2, because I heard like in Gen 2 he was a pretty difficult trainer. Hopefully for these Gen 1 champions, red and blue, they make them extremely difficult, because I want to challenge facing these Pokemon. So yeah, that's it for all the Pokemon Sun and Moon news we have. What do you think about this trailer? We are only a few weeks away from the release of Pokemon Sun and Moon. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you liked the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.